guys, welcome back to another vlog. In today's video we are making cinnamon rolls. I'm going to be baking because I have nothing better to do. This morning I woke up pretty early. I took melatonin last night and I had the weirdest dream last night. Like it was so weird. When I woke up, like I was tweaking out, but I've been trying to be more productive and be up right now. It is currently like 8:50, so it's still pretty early. I've been baking and cooking a lot recently, ever since I've graduated. I haven't been able to find a job. I've been looking everywhere, but I know that once I turn 18, which is in like a few months, like literally like 3 to 4 months, I'll be able to have more job opportunities. Probably just gonna wait until I turn 18. Yeah dude, life has been really quiet lately. Really quiet. My little siblings are out for school right now. My dad's at work and my mom is asleep downstairs. I wouldn't say I've been purposely like closing myself off to people, but I've been definitely very distant. Like I am not intentionally trying to be distant, but I don't know. It's been really hard for me to like communicate with people and try to hang out with people and just have the motivation to go out. One thing that gets me up and about is baking. Like something about it, like I love baking so much. Like it's yummy, it's good, and it's very time consuming because if you make like some type of pastries within like yeast, you're gonna have to let it rise or rest or whatever, and that takes like an hour to rise. So I'm going to take you guys downstairs with me and we're gonna make some cinnamon rolls, and I'm gonna show you all the recipe, show you what I do, because last time, dude, they were beautiful. Like it looked like bakery style like type. Like it was immaculate, bro. Like I've never made cinnamon rolls in my life. I saw this recipe online and I was like, wow, I'm gonna make these, and they turned out extremely good. So we're gonna go make some cinnamon rolls. I'm gonna make my bed really quick, and yeah. Okie dokie. So I have my stand mixer. I don't know, you can just see it in the reflection right there. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can probably just use like the hand one or like a normal whisk and then have to like hand knead it, but I'm sorry, I'm lazy and I have it with me, so why would I do that? What you're gonna start off with is get your measuring cup. Make sure, I always made this mistake when I first started cooking or baking, is that, see like these are dry measuring cups. This is wet. Do not measure like flour and stuff in here. It's not going to be accurate. 3/4 has to be warm because then your yeast won't rise. So I'm going to put it in the microwave for like 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, like 5 to 10 seconds. Make sure it's like at least a little bit warm. Okay, that is about warm. So 3/4 a cup of milk. And then I have like the jar yeast. You can use the packet and that's way more easier to measure, but I need to do 2 1/4 teaspoons instead of 1 packet. 1, 2. This is my 1/4 teaspoon. And then 1/4 cup of melted butter. 1/4 cup is basically just 4 tablespoons. I have unsalted. The same thing that I use to warm up my milk. Going to melt that. Also, if you do have a stand mixer, make sure you have the kneaded, like the dough thing, not the whisk, like what you would like make frosting with. Like no, do not use that. 1 room temp egg. If your egg is like me and it just came straight out of the fridge, I don't have boobs, so I can't do that trick. I can't put it in my boobs, like dude, that's flat. So put it in like a warm thing of water. I think my butter, it's melted, but it is like steamy as fuck. Oh my god, okay. I don't want to put, if you put way too hot things into like your cooking stuff, it won't cook properly or it will melt something. Like when it says warm, it means warm. It doesn't mean piping hot, like fresh out of the microwave, like how it was right there. And plus my egg is warming up anyways. So I'm just mixing the yeast and the milk for now. I don't want to mix that for too long. That egg is warm. I'll put my butter in there. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. About 1/4 cup. Your room temp egg that's been sitting in that water, because now it's warm. It's basically like room temp now. It's not as cold as it was inside of the fridge. And then 2 3/4 cups of flour. So I always clean up like after I'm done with like something, because that's how you end up with a big ass mess. So I'm putting stuff away. And then 3 1/4. And then I'm going to mix this with my stand mixer for maybe like 5 minutes, 5 to 6, because with that, it basically needs it itself. But if you were to do it with your hands or with the normal, well, you can't really use, do not use the electrical mixer, because I don't even think there is a dough kneading thing with that. So you would have to like hand mix it. So that would probably take like 10 minutes, but this is probably gonna take 5. So I'm just gonna keep it on the stir one, because you don't want to mix it too fast, because when the flour is gonna poof everywhere and you don't want to over mix. But I still do have the stand mixer, but whenever I see like the dough like still somewhat forming and it like finally reaches the ball in there, like I'll show y'all like how it is looking in there. See, it's already forming, but whenever it does like eventually like form into a ball, I like to still like knead it, obviously. And another thing too, when you are kneading your dough, make sure you add flour to your surface, because it's gonna become a sticky mess. I made that mistake before. I'm so thankful I have like big counters behind me. So I'm going to add I'm gonna clean that up and then add flour to my surface, because I made the mistake and I made a mess like literally everywhere. As you guys can see, it's basically formed into a ball. I'm gonna let it still knead for maybe like a minute or 2, and then I'm gonna take it out of it and then hand knead it myself. When your consistency is kind of like elasticy, like yes, it's sticky, but it's not like fully sticking to your fingers, that's how you know it is ready to knead. So you do not need too much flour. I would just keep some in like the measuring cup that you use to measure, and then make sure your hands are dry as well. So just spread it. Dough. Like I said, I still use my stand mixer, but I still like to knead it because it's not fully kneading still. You're gonna know your dough is ready by like when you flap it on top. It's still a little sticky, but it's not sticking in your hands. Like, it's like a ball, you know, like it's clearly dough. And now I'm gonna put it back in this bowl that I have. Just gonna clean up and scrape the edges a bit. A little 1 second drizzle. And just get it in there. And then plop it in there. And then let it rise for an hour or until it's doubled in size. And I know you're probably thinking, because I did too, maybe I'm just really slow, but I'm like, what the fuck does double in size mean? Like, that could be anything. You'll know when it doubles in size. Like, it will be like, oh, you can't really see, but it will literally double in size. Like, you'll tell. So what we're going to make now is the icing. And I'm gonna make it now because I'm just to get it out the way. And I'm gonna leave it in the fridge to cool, because when you put it on the warm cinnamon rolls, it's literally going to melt. Like, it's going to melt immediately. Cream cheese, softened butter, and then vanilla and powdered sugar. 4 ounces, 1/2 cup of cream cheese, and then 1/4 cup of softened butter, not melted, softened. Get that. Do not make the same mistake I did, leave it in too long where you're trying to melt or soften your egg thing. So put it in here and kind of like, so 5 seconds, flip it, 5 seconds, flip it, 5 seconds, flip it, and it'll be softened. Okay, I would say it's pretty softened by now. Make sure you add your vanilla before you add that in. Loki's gonna eyeball it. This isn't even actual vanilla, this is stupid imitation vanilla. Same thing. And there's no such thing, in my opinion, as too much vanilla. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Dude, powdered sugar is just so yummy. I really want to eat the beignets, or what are they called? I don't know. What Princess Tiana cooked. Like, I want those so bad. They look so good. Don't be dumb like me. Transfer this into something bigger because it is just becoming a huge mess. And since that powdered sugar is like literally flying everywhere, I'm going to add a little bit more. So. It's basically done. Tastes good. You can just leave this in the fridge to chill by the time you are done with like the whole baking process. Okay, bakers, who's ready? So, as you can see, that is doubled in size. You know the doubles in size. So I'm gonna set this aside still. So we're gonna make the filling in the butter. I'm gonna melt it instead. Try not to melt it all the way. And then as I'm like rolling the dough, it's gonna be in the freezer. So 1 cup brown sugar, 2 tablespoons cinnamon, and 1/2 cup of softened butter. 1 cup brown sugar, 1, 2. And then I'm gonna do the 5 second thing on here to soften it. Put that in there. Do not use a whisk like how I did and make a big mess. Here, I have a tiny spatula. I'm gonna put this in the freezer because that's quicker and I'm not gonna roll for too long. So put this in the freezer so it at least gets a little bit thicker and not too thin, as you can see. You don't need too much flour. Just sprinkle some flour, punch it, and then look at it. It completely rises down. Now scrape the sides, plop it on top to roll. When you were rolling it, I made the mistake last time of like not getting it symmetrical. Like, you don't have to have the whole thing be like a perfect circle, obviously, or like a perfect oval, but it's good to, because you're not gonna have even pieces, because last time like some were a little too big and some were a little too small. See how it's not moving anymore? It's like really thick. That is what you want. Now it is time to roll it. I'm gonna go get some dental floss really quick so I can like cut them. I'll explain it. Time to roll. Okay. Good. So we have it all rolled now. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what size that is, but I'm just gonna have this put aside so I can put them in there so I can leave them to rest. So get your dental floss and then like shimmy it under, and then squeeze, and then push it, and look. I don't know, yeah, you can see it's right there. It's like perfectly cut. Okay, now you have your horribly placed cinnamon rolls. Put on that old saran wrap that you had from you rising the dough. I'm gonna put this with the oven light on.
The oven is not on, just the light,
And then leave this to rise for like 30 to 40 minutes, and then we're going to add heavy cream and then bake it, I think at like 400 for 25 minutes. I don't know, 340 minutes, whatever it is. And then, yeah, then they're basically done. So let's leave these to rise. Preheat your oven to 350, and then you're gonna bake these for 30 minutes, but in the meantime, 3/4, because 1 cup is a lot, So the oven's preheating to 350, then you're gonna leave them in there for 30. And then when it's done, fresh out the oven, put that cream cheese filling or frosting on top of it. It's cold in the fridge, but it's gonna literally melt on top of it because it's gonna be so freaking hot. Oh, look at them. This is the final outcome. I swear those aren't cheese curds, that's just like powdered sugar that like came off, but they look so good. Wow. I go for another one. I haven't had a sweet since Sunday, so why not? I hope you guys watch this video and make them yourself, because bro, that shit was fucking tasty as hell. Wow. Anyways, y'all better like and subscribe, and yeah, try the recipe because that shit was beautiful. That shit was busting. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, goodbye.